Human beings, all life throughout the universe, must be guided forward by Ormus and the Zohar, and they shall be led unto a higher plane of existence. That is the mission that God has entrusted to us. We will wipe the gnosis from the cosmos and place the entire star cluster under the jurisdiction of Ormus. Those are the words of Wilhelm, the leader of Ormus. But what exactly is Ormus? Well, let's talk about that now. Hi, everyone. Today we're going to take a look at the mysterious Ormus, possibly the biggest bad of the Xenosaga series. We're going to start off with a few basic facts, then slowly unravel some of the mysteries behind this group, including a quick comparison with the Catholic Church and some ideas about how they might be related to biblical lore. Let's get started. Ormus appears to be a combination of three Hebrew words, or Elohim and Shem, roughly translating to light, God, and name. Thus, Ormus could mean something like name of God or God is light. However, considering many other mysteries surrounding Ormus, there may be other meanings intended here as well. Ormus is an ancient religion that originated on lost Jerusalem and was founded by Wilhelm. According to him, it began from the death of the man Ormus worships as their lord. Members of Ormus refer to their teachings as the Way of Light and see planet Mictum as the birthplace of Ormus. As such, followers of Ormus are called the Children of Light, and they believe that their true purpose is to return to lost Jerusalem, which they believe and revere as their holy fatherland. The organization is one of the main antagonistic groups in Xenosaga, and arguably the main antagonistic force of the series. Ormus's symbol appears to be an upside-down cross of St. Peter, with an elm tree sprouting out of it. The Episode 3 database entry for Ormus says it has an organizational structure resembling the Vatican of the Middle Ages, suggesting a very high degree of centralized authority and possible similarities between the two organizations. It is stated that when a member joins Ormus, they are no longer allowed to reveal anything about the organization's activities outside of it. This is similar to the vow of silence taken by members of real-life religious orders. Much like a lot of other aspects of the Xenosaga series, the extent of Ormus's origins are shrouded in mystery. However, we do know that Ormus has their own holy book, which they use as the foundation for their beliefs, seeing them as the verbatim and divinely inspired Word of God. While it is plausible that such holy book is the Christian Bible, that is never specified during the Xenosaga plotline. It is likely that their holy book was brought with them from lost Jerusalem. According to Sergius, Ormus has existed before the crucifixion of the Messiah, meaning Ormus is over 6,000 years old, and that they have been the guardians of the Zohar since recorded history. He also states that Jesus founded Ormus in order to convey his existence to coming generations, but its true purpose was to obtain and protect the artifacts of God. According to another statement by Sergius, Ormus was not merely a religion, but an organization tasked with protecting humanity. During the exodus from lost Jerusalem, Ormusites led the evacuation fleet away from the city, and as the last of the ships departed, they left behind the original Zohar in order to safeguard it. They left behind the planet, although not without a heavy heart. In TC 4253, Ormus settled on planet Abraxas, which would later be renamed Mictum. They did so under the leadership of their pope at the time, Melchizedek. Sometime prior to the events of Episode 1, Ormus established a series of dummy corporations to extend its influence across the known universe. According to Wilhelm, Ormus originally had no intentions of taking control over the UTIC organization, but they saw the potential that it had and decided to seize it for themselves after the Miltian conflict. During the events of Episode 1, Ormus revealed their true nature to the protagonists, and they subsequently laid siege to the city of 100 stars in order to claim the Zohar. They ultimately failed to do so, and instead joined forces with the protagonists to defeat the Gnosis, attacking the city. After the battle, they revealed to the protagonists that they were planning to destroy the city, and therefore the protagonists were forced to fight against them. Once again, after much deliberation, the party decided to spare the lives of the Ormusites and allow them to escape. In Episode 2, Ormus continued to pursue the party, primarily to gain possession of the Zohar. One of the main plot points of the game is centered around gaining the trust of Ormus and getting Wilhelm to reveal more information about the organization's true origins. During the course of the story, it is gradually revealed that Ormus plans to resurrect Jesus and use his power to destroy the Gnosis. To that end, they plan to retrieve the Zarathustra and bring it to Mictam. By the events of Episode 3, Ormus has seized control over the Utic organization and uses it as a secret military arm. Their ultimate goal is still to destroy the Gnosis, but their methods are becoming increasingly radical, even resorting to developing biological weapons to wipe out entire planets. This plan is spearheaded by Wilhelm's younger brother, Israfel, who believes that it is the only way to save humanity. Meanwhile, the Pope at the time, Melchizedek, believes that it goes against Ormus's original principles. Eventually, he is replaced by Wilhelm, who becomes the new Pope. After the destruction of the Gnosis homeworld, Ormus loses interest in pursuing the party and withdraws from the conflict. At this point, we know quite a bit more about Ormus than we did before, but we still don't know much about their true origins. It isn't until the events of Episode 4 that we learn more. During the events of Episode 4, it is revealed that Ormus planned to leave the star cluster in search of new worlds to colonize. They sought to acquire a new vessel to replace their old ship, the Pleroma, which had been damaged centuries ago. The new ship was to be called the Ark and would serve as the core of the immigrant fleet. In addition to this, they orchestrated the events on Rao, leaving the protagonists to find and pilot the ship for them. They also attempted to assassinate Shion Uzuki, believing her to be a reincarnation of Mary Magdalene and therefore a potential vessel for Jesus. At this point, we can draw some conclusions about Ormus. First, they seem to be incredibly patient, willing to wait hundreds if not thousands of years for their goals to be accomplished. Second, they appear to be highly adaptable, able to blend into human society and adopt new technologies with ease. Third, they have a deep knowledge of the universe and seem to be aware of things beyond the understanding of most people. Finally, they are extremely secretive and are clearly hiding something from the rest of the world. But what could they possibly be hiding? One possibility is that Ormus is actually an ancient branch of Christianity that survived the destruction of the Library of Alexandria. This would explain their reverence for Jesus and their use of the Bible as a holy book. However, it doesn't explain why they would hide their identity from the rest of the world. Another possibility is that Ormus is actually a secret society that has existed since the time of Jesus. This would explain their knowledge of the Zohar and their ability to manipulate people into doing their bidding. But it doesn't explain why they would suddenly become active after centuries of dormancy. A third possibility is that Ormus is actually an extraterrestrial race that has been observing humanity from afar. This would explain their advanced knowledge of the universe and their ability to adapt to new situations quickly. But it doesn't explain why they would choose to live among humans, or why they would care about the fate of our species. The truth is, we may never know for sure what the deal is with Ormus. But one thing is certain, they are definitely hiding something from the rest of us. So what do you think? What could the true nature of Ormus possibly be? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more great content. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care.